Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
TeNika Shenette, the plus-size doll. Do you like to shop online but hesitate because of the uncertainty about sizing and the quality of some items? Have you came across an outfit that you love to rock, but girl, you want to know more about the company and how their items run first? I get it. Check out TeNika Shenette, the plus-size doll on YouTube for the latest updates in plus-size fashion and styles. She does the reviews that you can use. Timing is of the essence, but she will reach out to any company if she's not already signed with them. And get that item or a similar item to try it on first and provide that honest review on sizing, quality, and shipping. She does it all and often can get a discount code exclusively for her subscribers. So subscribe now and shop with confidence, knowing if you would size up, size down, or true to size. She also reviews wigs, bundles, hair products. Like I said, she does it all. Measurements are in the description as well as the contact information for business inquiries or collabs. So subscribe today to be a part of the dollhouse where everything is big, bold, and beautiful. The link is in the description box down below.
Hold your power.
I decided to go into pre-law, then journalism. And with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. I didn't quit. I prayed. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break.
Come on in, family. Make sure you hit the thumbs up as you come in the building. If you did not, please do so. And if you're not part of the family, go ahead and subscribe. And guess what? Share the live. Make sure everybody knows that we're on. If you have not done it, go back and do it. I'm looking. And let's go.
It's a beautiful day.
Here we go.
My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along?
Hey, family, how is everybody doing? I know I'm a little bit early, you guys, but we're going to get it in. We are going to get it in. We cannot be waiting all day. I got some things I got to do, and, let's see what's going on. Let me pull this down. That's a little bit too tight. It's just going to knock out, going to take all my edges out. Anyway, you guys, I'm glad you guys came on in the building. I know we're early, but go ahead and share the live. If you like to, go ahead and share the live. You guys, I've been on, we've been live pretty much all day today. So I want to give everybody a chance, or whoever wants to come up on the panel today and talk. But let me get my 30 minutes of my commentary out first. 30 minutes, and then you guys got the floor. Okay. And that's okay. Oh, we're just a little early. We're a little early. And there's 74 over here on YouTube. So we're good. No worries. Hey, Amari, how you doing? Nancy's in the building. Joanne, Ruby, Sexy Grandma, Son, Joas. Avalanche is here. Miss Dee Dee. I'm going to just say a couple of names as I go up a little bit. Avalanche, Miss Dee Dee. I want to say hello to you guys. Thank you guys for showing up. We got Margie in the building. Hey, Margie. Wanda, Belsme, Freddie Johnson, Lisa Calhoun. Light Vision is in the building. Danae Crawwell, how you doing? Lisa Taylor done showed up on the other channel. Sweet and Salty, what's going on? Monique Hall, there we go. We got Joanne again, and then we got Teresa Anderson. Hey, Teresa, what is going on? You guys, I've been busy. Now that I'm looking at you guys' name, I'm going, oh, I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to go in their room and get them shirts and everything, but that's cool. Cody came in the building on the other side. So we got the other side cracking lacking too. And then we got Kathleen is in the building. And then we got Miss Queen B. We got Strawberry, Avalanche. We got Miss Dee Dee. We got Marsha. And then it won't let me go up no more. Let me see. LaKendra's in here. Strawberry, how you doing? Sherry Cox. Oh, wow. I forgot to tell you guys. We got updates on a lot of things going on. She says, I'm hopping in the shower, but listening. Okay, you listen. Park that car right on up in there. Because we got Lisa Taylor, we got Pretty Kate, and we got Mrs. Cole in the building. I just heard my front door. Miss Tina, how you doing? I desire a shirt, Miss Bigsby. I know. We all do. Oh, you get her done? You get her done?
In the rain.
It ain't raining. Look, nose all running and everything. Oh, looking good. Whoa.
Hey, Grandma.
What?
I'm right here. It's me, Junior.
Oh, what? It's you, Junior. How you doing, Junior?
I'm doing great.
You did get it cut. You got to cut it quick. There you go, right there.
I was out there running.
I knew that'd get you up and going. Come on, Pooh Bear, give me some sugar.
No, I had the truck, so I was like, shoot, you gotta let me give Grandma a kiss so we can go.
Give me some sugar. Pooh Bear, give me some
Give
sugar.
your grandma a kiss so we can go.
Oh, I love you. What's going on? I didn't kiss you on your lips. What? You want to say hi to Sonia Watts?
No.
What's wrong with you?
Remember, Sonia Watts got you your Woody and your Buzz.
Wow.
You tell her your birthday's coming up?
He trying to play. You gonna play when you spend some time with me.
Let's go.
I see you later.
Tell your grandma what you want for your birthday.
What do you want?
What's over there?
Oh, I don't know.
Tell grandma what you want.
Oh, that's
for your
not
birthday.
your stuff.
No, it's mine.
Tell grandma what you want for your birthday, son.
What do you want?
No,
Okay, you want nothing. Okay, then that's what you get.
Well, I just like.
Okay, well, you're starting to play with a lot of stuff. You should have came over here. He right. I think he thinking that he's got to stay. Wow, he's grown up so fast. He didn't even want to give me no sugar, y'all. Anyway, that's okay. That's okay. He won't give me no sugar. We got a couple of updates that we're gonna talk about, you guys. So let me get right on in there. Everybody like, hey, Pooh Bear is not studying me. He's not studying y'all right now. They've been out there cutting all those lots. You guys told you we had to get those lots cut because the city is trying to take stuff. Girl, he is gone. He's gone. Y'all like, hey, Pooh Bear. Pooh Bear is gone. He didn't even want to give me a kiss. He was like, he's feeling some kind of way. There's stuff going on, you guys. So don't take it in a bad way. Trust and believe. I don't. Okay. So, first of all, SP, thank you for the updates last night. Oh, you're welcome. What update was that, Miss Philly G? Because we're going to have to go back over it. The young lady that's in St. Louis was found. Then we heard that she wasn't found. The mama came on Facebook. Her name is Ariana Waters. And then the mama came on Facebook as soon as we got off the live and said, she's not found. My daughter's not here with me. I don't know where she could be at. Where could she be? And the mama was a little bit hot-headed, and she was like, ain't nothing going on over here, but my daughter is not returned home to me. I don't know. The police ain't told me this. The police ain't told me that. And she made a big old video. Well, we got to looking at the video, so we came back on, and we was like, hey, everybody, there's a correction, because we don't want you guys to stop looking. If you were looking, there was a couple of people that hit me up, say they was in that area. So, I don't want to call people up in the middle of the night, 9, 10 o'clock. Time to go to bed. Oh, that update? Okay. And she turns around, and so we had to come back on and say, hey, everybody, Ariana's not found. So if you're looking for her, look for her, and you're going out of town, you're on the highway or something, you never know. Somebody might have her in a car or something, or out to eat. Just keep your eyes open. That's what's the good thing about a channel like this. We can get the awareness out there. She said, my husband's keeping me busy. She never was found. Wow. No, Joanne. Here's the update. She is found. I don't think there was a found to it, Joanne. That's the crazy thing. This is crazy. I saw that correction. This is crazy. She is in police custody. Nope, the mom has her right now. The mother has her. The last we seen, mom was taking pictures with her. She said nothing sexually was done to her. She wasn't harmed in no kind of way, but she is with the mom. And somebody was saying all the stuff. A lot of people are mad. The people in the neighborhood saying, hey, there was something going on with the mama's boyfriend and the mama's brother, and there was some hanky-panky going on, and that's why the girl ran. She changed her identity from a girl to a boy, and she changed her name, and she just didn't want to stay there. But the weird thing about it is I never did get to see the Amber Alert, and if she was abducted, why when they came back and said that she was found, then with her she's now at the place where she was last seen, which was at her mother's house. Like, she never was on the corner and somebody snatched her up. So I don't know what the deal is, you guys. I cannot tell you what was really going on there. I'm being honest with you. I don't know if somebody was trying to get little fun GoFundMe money. You guys understand what I'm talking about. I'm doing good, Clarissa. How you doing? Hey, and I've invited some new people on the channel. So if you guys see them come in, please make them feel at home. They might come in here around about 5 or something. And just let me know they in the building, because I am inviting people. And people in Georgia and Philadelphia. I've been meeting people all day. So, I'm inviting them. I can't make them come, though. Okay, so that was one update. She is found. She is with the mother. It sounds like a little white lie. I don't know. There's some people down there. We're going to try to get in touch with them. I could have done it today, but I was doing a little running because I've been behind and everything, trying to get a little dinner. and stuff going. But so there's another update that I didn't put on the thumbnail, but hey, you guys understand when we get in here, we get it in, right? So I'm going to tell you everything that I know, and then that way you guys will know too. Remember we had in the Braylon Noble case. So we're going to talk a little bit about Braylon Noble. I'm going to try to hurry up and make this fast because I got 2 more, and the other 2 is going to probably take a little while. That's why I came on here a little early. I see the new people and welcome them. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay. And you know, I did give them permission that if, you know, they got a channel on another entity other than YouTube, I don't mind if they shouting their channel out. You guys, you understand? Because we're going to make it happen. Anyway, I just want y'all to know before you start doing all that blocking. Everyone has a wonderful evening. All right, Phyllis. Okay. So on the Braylon Noble case, so you know that Dejanay Cox was supposed to go to court about 2 weeks ago, and they put a continuance out. So the judge was like, you know what? I'm done with this. You and your mother, next time you go into court, I'm going to set court for September, but you guys are going to have your butts in here. And they were like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Dejanay is out on bond, and her mother is also, and everything is fine and dandy. But you guys remember we had a part of Dejanay's family in the building, and she was telling us a lot of stuff about how all the sexual activity that goes on in Dejanay's family and how corrupt they are and the things that they do. And then on the sidebar, I talked to one of their other family members. I got it recorded. I just never shared it with nobody, but I told you about it because I didn't want the family to get all distraught with this other family member because I want them to just guess who it is. Okay. But I told you guys that they was going to cremate the baby, and everybody's like, SB, why you say that? I said it because that's what they said they was going to do. And then they went ahead and had the baby's funeral and all of that other stuff. Then they took the baby to the side and they cremated him, and everybody went on about their business, but they didn't know what was going on. But there was one person that went to the funeral, and she came in and she validated what I said. They cremated the baby. They didn't want them to go back on there. And, oh, yeah, she is found. They didn't want them to go back and find what was going on with the baby. So, nevertheless, Dejanay did get charged with some things like, you know, obstructing justice or something. And I don't know what all she got charged with. I know endangerment and stuff like that. Well, anyway, you remember there was a young lady, part of her family, and then she was going to come on another day, and then they started throwing threats and everything, and she was like, I don't care. Y'all don't like me no way. And they say, that's why we don't like you and all this other stuff. You need to go sit down and shut up and quit telling people this and telling people that. And we thought she was going to come on, and we waited, and she kept on saying, you know, like, I'm coming. And she never did come. And then she sent me a little text, and she was like, I'm sorry, SP, you know, and you know, hit me back up another time. But I know they had got to her. I didn't say too much, right? She about the same age as Dejanay, right? You guys, guess what? She passed away yesterday. Dejanay's family member, sister, first cousin, whatever you want to call her. She passed away. Nobody knows how she passed away. She young, and she just died. Yeah. So Dejanay and them gonna go to court come September, and they may not have no witness of whatever. I just want you guys to know that take these things a little serious when somebody don't want to come on and they want to move around or something. You know, hey, she was going to tell them something, or she was the part of the information. They probably got all of that stuff already recorded. But nevertheless, she passed away. And I don't know how she passed away or what they're saying, what the cause is. But yeah, she's gone. She's gone. Okay, so that was a big eye-opener yesterday for us. I want you guys to know that. Danae says, I remember all of that. Yeah, there was going to be some fighting going on with the family. Anyway, so there's an update on the let's see here. Let's get to the last two. They are, let me see. On the Codi Bigsby case, let's talk a little bit about Codi Bigsby. And like I said, I'm going to give y'all the panel if you want to come up. If not, then I will continue to talk to you and answer questions and ask you questions and ask you what you think. Codi Bigsby. So you know Codi Bigsby has been indicted. His indictment came on, he went to court on the 13th of this month, June. The 13th, he went to court. The indictment came June the 15th. You guys, did you guys hear what I said? He is now indicted. So he goes back to court. That is good news, you guys. That is good news. I'm not saying we're wishing for somebody to just go to jail if they don't need to go to jail, but they must have something other than just that. But yeah, he's indicted. So yeah. So I don't know when all that took place, but he is indicted. His court date will be in July. I think it's July the 5th. He goes to court. To June the 20th. Let me get my dates right. I forgot where it was at. Now I forgot. Somebody, I can't remember who sent it to me. Oh. Let me go back. I know who sent it to me. I know who sent it to me. Here it is right here. I know. See, people be sending me stuff. I'd be like, what the heck is it? I don't know. Anyway, he goes back to court. I should have wrote everything down. Oh, that was another case. There's another case we're going to take a look at. I'm sorry. That was another case. Let me see who sent it. Okay. Let me see. Yeah. Here it is right here. Okay. This is what it says, you guys. On July the 29th at 10:30 a.m., he goes to trial. Okay. He's going to be in courtroom 2. And then on July the 22nd, he's going to be in courtroom 1. And then he's going to do his plea July the 22nd. Everybody didn't know what these dates was, all of these dates. So July the 22nd is a plea date. July the 29th, his trial start. Exactly. We are Cody's voices in the building. And July the 5th will be the grand jury. I don't know how they're going to have a grand jury because they already indicted him. Okay. There was something else I wanted to share with you guys. Let me see. For some reason, they do have July the 4th on here. Offense date. The offense date that they're saying was January the 24th. So I'm thinking they added on the disregard life to disregard life. So that is the new charge, is abuse child and disregard life. I wonder how many counts of disregard life are they going to give them? Disregard life for all 7 kids? Well, 7. So that would probably get 14. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They did the abuse child 7. So they might put 7 more on it. They are really sticking it to him. I just want you guys to know. His attorney is still Amina Matheny Willard. They filed this on June the 15th, the Commonwealth of Virginia. And it's under Code Section 18-237-1. It says commenced by indictment. Okay. Okay, let me see. I took a picture of that. And let me find it real quick so I can tell you what that code says. Because I think everybody probably want to know what do that code mean. So I'll read it. I'm going to give y'all a little update on that. Okay, hold on. The code means, okay, Constitution requires a police. No. Y'all should send me this stuff early. Yeah. I don't see it. Let me just rephrase, y'all. Let me just go back. Oh, it's only but talking about all the things. I took a picture of it, but I don't see it. We've already went through it before, though, to be honest with you. If you guys don't remember, we went through it before. I think it's on this other phone. Let me see. Somebody just sent me something else, so let me get it real quick. I still got a little time. They might be sending it to me. They are sending me something. Oh, wow. Wow. It is 7 counts, you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is 7 counts. Yes, I see. It's 7 counts. 7 counts of abuse and 7 counts of the disregard to life. Okay? So altogether, he's got 14 charges. This boy is not getting out. He's not getting out. I'm getting all your stuff. The Model Penal Code considers unintentional killing to constitute murder when the conduct of the defendant manifests extreme indifference to the value of human life. Okay. Go on here with your bad self. Okay, she sent me the thing. Thank you. Because I was mad at it. Thank you. Thank you. Sweet and salty. Okay. Thank you. Sweet and salty in the building. We got family in the building making sure I got it. Okay, so the penal code, this is what gets you, okay? It says any parent, guardian, or other person responsible for the care of a child under the age of 18 who by willfully act or willfully omission or refusal to provide any necessary care for the child's health causes or permits serious injury to the life or health of such child is guilty of a class 4 felony. For purpose of this subsection, serious injury includes but is not limited to disfigurement, a fracture, a severe burn or laceration, mutilation, mimicking, forced ingestion of dangerous forced ingestion of dangerous substance, and life-threatening internal injuries. For purposes of this subsection, willfully act or willfully omission includes operating or engaging in the conduct of a child's welfare agency is defined in 63.2. Without false first obtaining a license, such person known is required by subtitle. But it's the first half. It's the first half. You guys, everybody got it? I want everybody to make sure that they got it. If you don't, I will try to read it again for you. So it's under the penal code, the 618.2, abuse and neglect of child, penalty, abandonment, infant, or whatever. It says again, I'll try to read it without all stumbling and stuff. But this is different from the first one that I had, so I was prepared for that one. But nevertheless, here we go. Any parent, guardian, or other person responsible for the care of a child under the age of 18 who by willfully act or willfully omission or refusal to provide any necessary care for the child's health, causing or permits serious injuries to the life or health of such child is guilty of a class 4 felony. So these are going to be a class 4 felony. So for the purpose of this subsection, serious injuries include, but is not limited to disfigurements, a fraction, a severe burn or laceration, mutilation, mimicking, forced ingestion of dangerous substance, and life-threatening internal injuries. For purpose of this subsection, willfully act or willful omission includes operating or engaging in the conduct of a child's welfare agency as defined. Woo! Okay, Ace Woman is in the building. How you doing? Welcome right on in. So you guys know that Codi Bigsby said he was leaving them kids at home and he didn't know no better to even get a babysitter. He was like, it never dawned on him to get a babysitter. So if he keeps talking, he's going to get a lot more charges, because I guarantee those wasn't the first 2 times. But I mean, he's putting himself in a bad situation and everybody's like, oh no, don't, he didn't do this and he didn't do that. Okay. B pertains to Codi, being that is a class 6. Oh, so they're saying his is going to be a class 6 because of this. So his is a class 6 because any parent, guardian, or other person responsible for the care of a child under the age of 18 who willfully act or omission in the care of such child was to gross, wanton, and copulate as to show a reckless disregard for human life, is guilty of a class 6. And they're saying, that's why they're saying disregard to human. Okay? So his will be a class 6. Loose lips, sink ship. Mama, yeah. So his is going to be a class 6. Okay? Thank you for that. Yes, ma'am. I appreciate it. I thank you for giving it to me. Thank you for sharing it, because we were looking, we had it, but I don't know. I got so many phones and when they go out, I just go get the other one. Okay, so now you guys know what's going on that behalf, right? So let me see, because I see Tiny Tank in the building. How you doing, Tiny Tank? Welcome on in again. Tiny Tank is family. So, we see that. So I want you guys to know that, I am going to put the link in the chat so you guys can come up on the panel if you want to. And, we're not going to take too many calls, but if you want to call in and you don't, want to get all into the logistics of trying to get up on the panel, that's fine. But now, what else that's on the Codi Bigsby case. I know you guys are going to talk about it, or you got something to say. So now let me find the other update. California City Boys. Let's get it. Okay, on the California City Boys, you guys, we was listening to somebody else reading the affidavit, and I wanted it. And, one of our own, she said, wow, oh, wow, yes. Woke the guy said so. I confused SP. Okay, you're going to be able to come up. Let me get this California City Boys update out, because I don't want to have their picture up there and then we never spoke on them, because those was the main 2 cases. And we're going to all talk about it, because, when it comes down to the law, I don't know how that stuff works, but some people in here knows how that works. So you guys wanted something to happen, and that chief of police down there, he's showing Amina Matheny Willard that she needs to go sit down, because, you're doing too much and they just want the baby, and you just acting like it's all about a civil lawsuit. They're going to get to that. Hey, it is what it is. They did what they did, but they want the baby. And you know what? I don't blame them. And I don't know who got the baby, or who did what to the baby. I don't know. So that's that. They believe that he knows, and he should, because he's the last one that said he seen the baby. So it takes everybody off the radar, and you don't want to do that, because they're going to find out. So on the Classic and Sincere case, you guys do know that Ryan Dean has filed the lawsuit against the city because they took her baby and put her baby, would not give her her baby. And she was doing a lot of things that they asked her to do. And they put her baby, and she told them that her baby's acting weird and different. And, they act like they were, when you somebody else, you take your kids over there and you get your kids back, or you talking to your kids is acting weird. They don't want to eat. They don't want to hug you, just like Pooh Bear. That's why I'm telling you guys, something going on with Pooh Bear. Just leave him alone right now. He's in this funk. And I'm not going to push him to do anything, because right now, he acting kind of certain kind of way. That tells me something's going on. I'm not going to get all into the logistics of it. So this is what Ryan Dean kept trying to get her babies. I don't know how much she did, but she knew something was going on. That's right. Her intuition, she knew something was going on with her babies, and they still let these two people, Trezell and Jacqueline, adopt her kids. And they were on drugs. They were drinking, and they didn't have a job. They were living in an apartment and putting all these kids, like stacking them on top of each other. They didn't have twin beds. They had triples and triple beds. You know what I'm saying? Like putting them all in one bed or whatever. Only got 2 rooms. They had their own 2 kids. Plus, then they went and adopted them 2. Then went and adopted 2 more. And they had more kids. So the affidavit was reading. I'm going to read some of it because it goes on. And it also mimics certain things, because we got to remember there's 2 kids. So if I don't read it, I'm not reading it because it's just saying the same thing. It's just saying another kid's name. You guys got me? Okay, so I'm going to read as much as I can. And I'm going to stumble a lot because I don't like to read all the things. But it says, on or about September the 1st, 2020. Okay, hold on. Somebody said they're not ready. Hold on, you guys. Okay, you guys ready? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are ready. And I will try to start reading it, and I'm going to get through it really quick. And we're going to have a little bit more time too. So you guys can get up on the panel and tell me what your thoughts is on any of these cases. But you do know that the main 2 cases right now is the Codi Bigsby case, and we are looking at the California City Boys, because these are updates, and we followed this case. And we got love in our heart for these babies. So we're going to, even though that, hey, okay. So everybody got the ones. Okay. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Cole, because I know you guys are in there. It says, count 1, the penal code. This is for Classic and Sincere. The 2 boys that's missing in California. They never been found. They are trying. The adopted family, Trezell and Jacqueline West, for the murder of these 2 babies. Okay. They called them in. It was somewhere around December. I think it was December the 21st or the 20th. They called 911 and said the kids are missing. They was in the back. Trezell said he was in the back of the house chopping wood, and the kids were supposed to have been playing with chalk, finding out chalk was the dog, or chalk was the chalk on the porch or what, on the patio. But the dogs couldn't sniff the babies. They live in California City. That is in the desert area, for those of you that do not know. And this was back in 2020. We're now in 2022. So on or about September the 1st through September the 11th, Trezell West and Jacqueline West did with malice therefore murder, and then they got the name out, blacked out, okay? So when I say blacked out, that means I don't know which kid they're talking about. They could be talking about Classic. They could be talking about Sincere. But they're saying this child, they did with malice, murdered this child. A human being in violation of Penal Code Section 187, second degree murder, a felony. It is further alleged that the above offense is a serious felony within the meaning of the Penal Code. Okay, circumstances in aggravation. It is further alleged that the defendant Trezell West and Jacqueline West committed a crime that involved great violence, threat of great bodily harm, or other acts disclosing a high degree of cruelty, maliciously, or callousness within the meaning of California Rules of Court 4.42. It is further alleged that the victim, they blacked out the name, so we don't know if it's sincere or classic, but the victim was particularly vulnerable within the meaning of California Rules of Court. What they meaning by that is, since the state put these kids in the care of Trezell and Jacqueline, they were vulnerable to this crime that was committed against them. You guys know that, okay? Circumstances in aggravation, same thing. Okay. Oh, they changed a little bit, so let me read it. It is further alleged that the defendant Trezell West and Jacqueline West induced others to participate in the commission of the crime or occupied a position of leadership or dominance of other participants in its commission within the meaning of the California rules. You guys, I know you guys, and thank you for the hearts over there in Poco Land. Thank you. Thank you. Make sure that chat over there in Poco Land is engaged and going up or whatever. Everybody, ain't nobody saying nothing over here. Okay, so you guys listen to what they're saying. Remember when I said, and I'm not patting myself on the back, but remember when I said that I don't know if this is the case, but remember when I said it sounds like they had these kids fighting each other and putting one like a leadership. You know what I'm saying? And Lisa said they are some dirty, nasty dogs. Yeah. So they got, and I'm going to tell you why I figured, I had already figured it out before this came out, but they having these kids fight each other. Okay. And discipline each other. And a kid can't discipline another kid. You know, like, okay, you're the sergeant. And they could have been playing, okay, you're in the army and I'm the general and you're the sergeant and you're the such and such. And you put them and things like that. But I guarantee you, you know, I'll read it again and you tell me it's almost like owning dogs and having these dogs fight. They had these kids fighting each other. And that was their entertainment. It is further alleged that the defendant Trezell West and Jacqueline West induced others to participate in the commission of the crime or occupied a position of leadership. Okay? Or dominance of other participants in its omission within the meanings of the California rules of. And if we look up them codes, I guarantee you, it's not going to tell you exactly what it is, but it is going to tell you it's them kids fighting each other, you know? And I'm going to tell you, no, I'm not going to get before myself. I'm going to just read this and then and it might say it. Okay. And it further alleged that the defendants Trezell West and Jacqueline West induced a minor to commit or assist in the commission of the crime within the meaning of the California thing. So they had minors. They were minors that they wanted them to, you know, take out these kids. I don't believe they're like, oh, kill him or something like that. But you know what I'm saying? You know, it's like, oh yeah, okay, you 12 and he's only about 5. Go ahead and get him down. And he's watching them fight and stuff. And then he's like, to the death, you know, because people get all mixed up in the head with what's real and what's a game, like, you know, Call of Duty or whatever. They get mixed up in the head, and you're playing with these kids. You just letting them do stuff, and that's your entertainment because you got no life. You just dirt. Okay, so it says it is further alleged that the defendant Trezell West and Jacqueline West threatened witnesses, unlawfully prevented or disallowed witnesses from testifying, suburb perjury, or in any way illegal interfered with the judicial process within the meaning of the California laws. So they did already try to threaten. She said, finish him. They tried to threaten the witnesses. Now, you guys, here's where the big kahuna comes in at. I think I didn't look at this before coming on, but I do believe this is where it's coming on. So you're talking about the kid that's not there in the home anymore. You guys understand what I'm saying? We're not talking about their older kids, that they're biological kids. We could be, but in this information on the affidavit, it shows us they're talking about some other kids that they had in their possession. You guys following what I'm saying? So this is what I want you to peep out if you don't really understand. It's not their biological kid. It could be, but there's one thing that they say, the foster kid who ran away or they gave back, because they're saying something about that kid. Their older son was probably told to mistreat them. No. Well, I don't know if they're just not talking about their kids right now, but there is an area in this affidavit that tells me that they're not talking about their biological kids. They're talking about the other 2 children that was either sent back or they didn't want, or the child that ran away. And that child probably ran away because he was like, these people here is crazy. Anyway, it says on or about September the 1st, 2020 through September the 11th, Trezell West and Jacqueline West did willfully and unlawfully fail to perform a legal duty in a criminal negligence manner, causing the death of, they don't say the name, we'll say, sincere or classic, a human being in violation of the penal code such as such, involuntary manslaughter, a felony. It is further alleged that the above offense is a serious felony within the meaning of the penal code. It is further alleged the defendant Trezell West and Jacqueline West committed a crime that involved great violence, threats of great bodily harm, or other acts disclosing a high degree of cruelty, maliciously, or callousness within the meaning of the code. Okay? It is further alleged that the victim was particularly vulnerable. Okay, those are the kids again. It is further alleged that the defendant Trezell West and Jacqueline West induced, okay, they're saying it again. Okay, they're saying it again. They keep saying it. They done said it like 3 or 4 times. So they keep saying it again. This is circumstance in aggravation. Let me see. Let me go back. So these on the different charges, you guys, they're saying the same thing. When it was, like murder, and then it is abuse, and then when it is cruelty. but it's the same thing. Or circumstances, aggravation. They're saying induced a minor and the crime with all of that. Then it says perjury, interfered. Same thing. It is further alleged that the defendant Trezell West and Jacqueline took advantage of a position of trust or confidence to commit the offense within the California rules. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Count 3. Penal Code Section 273. And I know, Woke to God, we're going to give you some of these penal codes because you like to look those up and you know a little bit about law and stuff. So, if we get something wrong, you can tell us what it was. But it says, on or about September the 1st through September the 11th, Trezell West and Jacqueline West did willfully harm or endanger, classic and sincere, a human being in violation of penal code. It is further alleged that the defendant Trezell West and Jacqueline West committed a crime that involved great violence, threats of great bodily harm, or other acts disclosing a high degree of cruelty, maliciously, and callousness. Okay, same thing. It is further alleged that the victim, classic and sincere, was particularly vulnerable. Okay. Okay. I don't want to read the same thing. Induce a minor. That's the same thing. Okay. Okay. That is the same thing. It is further alleged. Okay. It is further alleged that the defendant, Trezell West and Jacqueline West, took advantage of the position of the trust and confidence and committed the offense. Okay. So here's where we need to get in at. Okay, you guys, I know it's taking me a little while, but we're going to get in it. I'm still going to give y'all 30 minutes to do what y'all got to do if you got to. So check this out. It says count 4. On about September the 1st, 2020, September the 20th, Trezell West and Jacqueline West did willfully and unlawfully conspired to commit willfully and premeditated first-degree murder with malice. A forethought on, classic and sincere, a human being in violation of Penal Code 182 and 187. Everybody know what a 187 is, where one of the following covert acts occurred in California. On or about September the 1st through September the 11th, they got a person's name blacked out, and it says was removed from the family. You guys, did you guys understand? Okay, it done got quiet. Ain't nothing moving. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Right here, you guys, it says on or about September the 1st, 2020 through September the 11th, 2020, a child was removed from the family. On or about September the 1st, 2020 through September the 20th, Trezell West arranged for this child to stay in California City during the weekend of September the 18th. On or about September the 1st through September the 20th, Jacqueline West arranged for Wanda West to stay in California City during the weekend of September the 18th. That's what I wanted y'all to hear. So if they did something to hurt that child between September the 1st and September the 11th or whatever, Wanda West, they had to tell Wanda West, she had to know about it, because when she came on September the 18th, one child got sent back. One child is deceased. On or about September the 1st through September the 20th, Trezell and Jacqueline West formulated a plan to report they got a blackout missing. So they formulated the children is already gone. So they came up with the plan. This tells you that one of them is talking. Remember I told you, I told you guys Jacqueline is talking. So so basically she told them they came up with the plan when it happened that they're going to report this child missing. On or about September the 17th, an unknown co-conspirator killed the kids. They're trying to say that they didn't kill the baby. They're saying somebody else killed the babies. You guys, get what I'm saying right there. They're saying on or about September the 1st through September the 20th, Trezell and Jacqueline West formulated a plan to report a child missing. We don't know what child that is. Maybe the child that is, I don't know, the child missing. But on or about September the 17th, so the second child is going to be deceased on the 17th. An unknown co-conspirator killed the kid. On or about on the 17th, September the 20th, the name is blacked out, was removed from the resident located at the California city. So the child they're trying to say one of the children killed the kids and they removed the kids they removed that child from the residence on the 17th. The child killed the child on the 17th, and then the CPS came and picked up the kid. I think I done confuse you guys, but if you want, that's number 6. On or about September the 1st through September the 20th, Trezell West represented that blank were at blank resident. So on or about September the 1st through September the 20th, Trezell West represented that this kid was at this person's resident. So he told somebody, and on or about September the 1st through September the 20th, Jacqueline West represented that this kid was at this resident. On or September the 1st through September the 20th, Trezell West represented that this kid was at this resident. And on or about September the 1st through September the 20th, Jacqueline West represented that this kid was at this resident. And on or about September the 1st through September the 20th, Trezell West represented this kid went back to the biological parents. Okay. Wow. Remember we was talking to a person that reached out and they told us, you guys, that they were invited to the party. Remember? You guys remember? Wasn't the party in September? It was, I think it was like September the 20th. We need a chart to map these lies out. Yeah. But I just got it today. It's been out, but I just got it. But remember, and then they shut down because they were going to probably be a witness or whatever, and they couldn't speak anymore because we was like, y'all just need to go and tell them that they were invited to this party. And I said, the party was in September. These babies was gone in September because they was like, oh, they sick, they over here, they over there. Look up the date. Jacqueline Hennon says, I believe so. Crystal said yes. LaKendra said yes. Oh, it's all on video. You guys can go back. That person wasn't lying to us. And then they just cut off all ties. They couldn't talk to me no more, which I'm cool with it. I don't want to jeopardize the case. You know what I'm saying? But we had so many people come up or whatever. So they got like 12 where, okay, 5 to 12 is saying they told people the kids was here and the kids was over there and the kids was over here and the kids. So they lied to all these people. It says it's further alleged that the above offense is a serious felony within the meaning of the penal code. It is further alleged that the defendant Trezell West and Jacqueline West committed a crime that involved great violence, threat of great bodily harm, or other acts. Okay. I think that's the last. There's got to be another one because it says number 7, but I think that's all that they sent me. That's all that they sent me, you guys. I didn't get no more. If there's more, that was, let me see here. That was page number 7. That was page number 7. So they did this early to mid-September. Yes. Yes. Come holler at a sister says, yes, mid-September. Okay. Hey, this is SP.
Hey, this is Walter God.
Hey, what's going on?
So, in looking up those two statutes, of course, we already know that 187 is homicide, and 182 is a conspiracy.
Okay.
But what I got up here for was because, and I can't find a case law at this time. I've been looking for it. There was a time back in the early 2000s when they were doing this thing in Los Angeles called bum fight. And what they would do was go downtown on Skid Row in LA where people really didn't have food, and they would pit two people together, and whoever won would get the food. Would get a nice amount of food, right?
Right.
And then other people along the sidelines would bet on which person was going to win the fight.
Right. Oh.
And this almost sounds like that type of situation.
Right.
Like you pit one or more of the kids against another child for whatever type of reward, small pittance of reward that you give them to do whatever.
Right. Right.
And these two babies were probably the target.
Right. Right. Okay. I understand okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
So my biggest question is, my understanding of what you just read makes me want to question why charges have not been brought against Wanda West.
I'm not understanding that either. Well, she was called in to, maybe she was just called in to babysit the kids at the house, but she did not know.
You're still going to see there's two missing, right?
Right, but like I said, some of those said they, Trezell was represented saying that the kid was over here. Jacqueline said the kid was over there, and they could have told Wanda that, or they're saying that they're telling Wanda that, so Wanda won't get in trouble.
Okay.
Well,
I think it's all about to come out.
And we got Cheryl on the panel, but I want to say one thing while you on here real quick, and that is because I'm just thinking, remember when that one woman, she showed up out of nowhere and she was like, I want a declaration of life where my kid is, and we was like, and there was so many people was reaching out to me talking about SP, she's looking for a kid. You know what? I wouldn't have touched that with a 10-foot pole. You already lost your kids. You got no rights right now, and why are you looking for these kids now? Because here, was it a payoff? Was you trying to get that kid so you can, you know what I'm saying? And maybe Trezell and them reached out, you know, and was telling you to get the kid and you was gonna get a lump sum of money or whatever. You know, you trying to put the kid in danger. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Right.
That's just my
I
thought.
totally agree that I think that one might be connected to the other.
Right.
Um,
It could have been that kid or it could have been another kid. I'm just saying.
right. But the other thing is, and I've said this all along, because of the personal experience that I had with Kern County, they will try to find any reason to come and take your child.
What?
Whether it's a legitimate reason or not.
Oh, her other kids?
Anybody's child.
Well, if
Kern County is known for, up there they call it selective shopping.
okay.
But let's suppose that you have a family that's looking to adopt.
Mm-hmm.
And you have children that are being monitored by the system, by CPS.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if these children fit the bill of what your adopting parents want, all you have to do is find a reason to terminate that case.
Mm-hmm.
And put those children up for adoption.
Right.
And now it's coming out more and more. I don't know if it's been bothering it, but Kern County, the whole CPS system is being dismantled. And they're talking about bringing charges against some of them.
Well, of course. Yep, of course.
But it's too little too late now. Kids have lost their lives.
But you know, and I'm not saying it's impossible, but the desires of having certain children of certain ethnic background is low for the African Americans. You know what I'm saying? But they do get some kind of money when they can put a child and get a child adopted. When that worker can get a child adopted, they get a little like a bonus. Yeah, they get a bonus or something. So
and if it's a special needs child, you get a little bigger bonus.
Right. I just wanted to add one other thing. Remember when that mama came and she was on the news and everything? That was just a little bit too much. Well, when she got on the news, they went to her town and took the rest of her kids. She was not supposed to have no kids. No kids. And then she was like, oh my God, they came and took my other kids. Honey, that's why you went out of state, because in that state, you can't have kids. So she took a risk coming. And she was like, I just want to know if they alive. What do you mean? But I understand. But I don't know. I don't know if that was her child that they're talking about, but they are talking about another child.
Yeah, or maybe she got wind of what's going on.
Somebody want to offer her that money and get that kid. You know what I'm saying?
Get him out of the system.
Yeah.
Not so likely to talk.
Right.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there, Steve.
All right.
It's a horrible thing. It's a horrible thing.
Right.
And although there are a lot of people, even on YouTube, that are claiming they're coming up with other information.
Right.
They're not really.
Right.
They might have a sliver of it, but they don't really have facts, and they're just out there trying to get a fight.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you got information that is factual that can be mapped back.
Well,
and you had that a year ago.
Right. Right. Nobody didn't want to take what they were saying to be. I was trying to get as much information as we possibly can, so that it would help the family, like the person that lived across the street. Not really battle with another searcher or YouTuber, but I had already talked to the lady across the street. I had already talked to the people down the road. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, we get in there, and she was like, oh. I'm like, yeah, honey, we looking for them kids. I just done tell everybody. We done already made them calls. Hey, did you see this? What did you see? What did you? They was like, how you get my number? We'll make them phone calls. But we got in there and try to help, and then got bad mouth. But I mean, I'll take it. We want some justice for them kids.
What they got to do to try to change the scenario. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They got to try to look the person that's got the right info bad, so that they can switch the scenario of what they want to go out.
Right.
So,
okay.
Keep doing what you're doing, SP.
All right, I sure will.
I appreciate it, and I know that the thank you appreciate it.
Yeah. I feel like, what, can't nothing we can do now but try to get them some justice. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I know we're gonna fight against each other because everybody want to help, and but to be honest with you, it's all together effort, to be honest. All right, Miss Zan.
Okay. I'll be back in the chat.
All right, thank you. Okay, Miss. All righty, bye-bye. Miss Cheryl C. done came up here. What's on your mind, Miss Cheryl C?
I have notes. So
okay.
I was listening. And these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ideas like popped in my head.
Okay.
The part about where Wanda's name was mentioned, like her name was not blocked out, like her name.
Right. Her name is mentioned.
Okay. So that makes me, could you please repeat that part again? Like with Wanda's name said?
Okay. Oh, she said the mom was asking for proof of life, found out the West still had them. Hold on. Somebody was sending me something. Okay. It's okay. They got 12 different, this is on the count 4.
Okay.
So on number 3, on count 4, it says on or about September the 1st, 2020 through September the 20th, 2020, Jacqueline West arranged for Wanda West to stay in California City during the weekend of September the 18th, 2020.
Okay. So that was a little backward. I thought it was asked Wanda to have the kids at her house. So my one question was, did the crime happen at Wanda's? But now that's not my question. Did Wanda, like, was Wanda present for possibly anything that happened? And
okay. Let me share this with you too. On number 2.
Okay.
On or about September the 1st, 2020 through September the 20th, Trezell West arranged for, they didn't say a name, to stay in California City during the weekend of September the 18th.
So that's 2 people.
Yeah, that's
Wanda
2
and
people.
somebody else. So
yeah.
would that, okay, hold on. I'm so sorry. So around 9/18, Wanda at the house, meaning that's what Wanda's at the Cal City house, plus one other person that we don't know their name.
Right.
Right, because you figure if they already mentioned Wanda's name and they were still speaking of Wanda in that other part, they would not have blocked her name out. Hold on. Do you think perhaps, no, I was going to say maybe it was a mistake and her name should have been blacked out in both spots?
No.
So it was Wanda and somebody else.
Right. I think that somebody else have to either be turning state evidence, or it's a minor.
Yep.
Because, okay, the number one on this count 4, it says on or about September the 1st through September the 11th, they got it blacked out, says was removed from the family. So that's got to be a child that was removed from the family.
So it could have been that child because those dates overlap.
Mm-hmm. But then on,
and they said that they were like teenagers, right? Like they were older.
Yeah.
Maybe it was that child. I was going to say maybe it was Wanda and the child there, or Wanda and like maybe another family member of his. But I don't know.
It could have been his brother.
That's what I thought.
He's got two brothers. He's got that one, Josiah.
Yeah, the one that was walking around with them in the yard and all that.
And then he's got that one that's with the NAACP.
Right. I would think it would be
Josiah.
The one that because for the sheer fact they live closer. Okay.
Or it could be. Well, it says Trezell West arranged, so you would think Trezell arranged it instead of Jacqueline. If Jacqueline would have arranged it, but Jacqueline arranged.
So that makes me think it was somebody in his family. If he did the arrangement, like calling, "Hey, could you come by?" And what's the reason that they needed to come by?
Or it could have been Jacqueline's sister.
I always forget she has a sister.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Speaking of Wanda, it's been kind of, thrown about on the internet in different places. And I feel like you've even mentioned it before about her strange comment. Like, oh, but you don't. Or like I forget exactly how she
got it, but you don't got it.
Something like you think you got it, or you got it, but you don't got it.
Right.
Something like that.
I think she was just.
So do you don't think now, knowing that her name was mentioned in this document, that like, was she trying to like bring out the truth in some way?
No,
you think it was like a
no. Wanda is the type of person. Yeah, I think she acting like she did not know. I think Wanda is acting like she don't know nothing, and all of this is a mystery to her, and I don't believe that.
Do you think?
I believe that Trezell is a mama's boy, and even though that she is the stepmother, she's not the biological mother of Trezell.
Oh, she's not.
No.
Okay.
If I'm recalling right, she's not the biological mother. She married him. I don't know. But I'm trying to remember all the details. Because I know somebody's gonna go. I believe that I've heard a lot of stuff about Wanda. She's very controlling. She's very manipulating. She's very strong. She's just a real strong-willed person, and manipulating and everything. She got on the TV and was like, "They're over here at the house, and we, white people doing this to us, and stuff."
Oh yes, when her husband was like sitting next to her and like
and you know what, Cheryl? This is the same thing I see in the Codi Bigsby case. The same.
I know, and I didn't want to. I have gone back like multiple times because I kind of like got on that case a little late, in the sense that like mentally, like I kind of was confused by. There's just so many people. Like I feel like I still don't understand that all that well. But every time a conversation would be brought up about it, when I was able to catch the live in real time or join the panel, I couldn't help but finding myself saying, it's just like the California city. It's just like too many similarities. And that's unfortunate because it's taken so long with this case, and like we still don't know where they are, and I hope that's not the case with Cody, but I don't know.
No, I think on the Cody case, it's going faster than the California City Boys case.
You're
I
right.
mean,
You're right.
it's moving really fast, and I think that's what they did wrong on the California City Boys. They should have charged them a long time ago. I mean,
I just feel like I don't know. Like,
but
do
you
you
know what?
think
You know what though? You
what?
know, something just told me. I think the reason why they didn't arrest them a long time ago, they wanted to see what they was going to say, where they was going to go, and if they was going to revisit where they can find the kids. And you know how people like they never went because they were being watched. They knew
Oh,
when to
I'm
pick them up,
sure. Even
everything.
just by people like concerned citizens in the town, like
Right. And
and
so
I'm sure authorities as well.
when people are sitting back saying, well, they need to just release Corey and maybe he'll lead us to the baby.
I don't think so.
No.
I very politely and respectfully disagree. I think because they don't want to get caught, they're not, and if they feel like people are onto them or something, they're not going to.
Right. And this type of man, he's not a child.
No.
He's been across country. He can slip in and out
Right.
without being noticed. And
Right.
he has contacts in different states and he can just pick up but so he's a little bit more of a challenge to, like if he got free. It's not like these kids where they got no money. They really
Yeah.
haven't been out the state. They,
Yeah. I do agree with you that he may be a mama's boy. I think she knows. I think she's always known. I struggle with whether like they meant to punish them and it went too far, or did they like, okay, I'm gonna do something that's gonna, and they're like, I don't know. I struggle with that.
You struggle with they're gonna do something? No, I know. I
Like,
don't.
no. Did they know that they were going to kill the kids?
No, I don't believe so.
I don't either. So, I don't know. I don't know.
But they knew it was going to do some bodily harm to the kid.
Yes.
But how far? But here's the thing: if they got a kid reprimanding another kid, and he kills him, why do you go and kill the other one?
Well, that makes me wonder, and it seems
I think they done came up with this fabulous lie.
Or did the one little kid hurt the other little kid?
Okay.
Because I know they were so young, but if they were so small too, or one was even just a tiny bit bigger than the other, or God knows whatever they had them do, could you know what I mean? And that, because like, why both of them? And that could have been a reason why the other one had to go, because they would have known.
Right.
So then, like, did he call his mom like in a panic? Like, hey mom, this went down. Now what?
And you know what? Them burning stuff at the house.
At her yard.
Yeah, they were probably getting rid of evidence.
Oh, for sure.
Because so she had to know.
Yeah. Right. And like, how soon after the fact? I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like she knew pretty soon after and will help them or, fabricate information, because LaKendra made a comment. I wrote down LaKendra's comment in parentheses, November. Early, way way back when Zan was still on the phone. LaKendra put a comment in like, well, technically Wanda could get charged for something like, I don't know, she would know better, but maybe like lying to law enforcement.
Obstruction.
Right. Deception. Right. Because LaKendra made a comment saying that, didn't Wanda say that she saw the kids around Thanksgiving?
I didn't ever hear Wanda
And
say
like they were fine. Or she said she saw them well after, okay, what? They went missing in December minus 3 months. So December, November, October, September, right? So something, they probably died in September. I believe that comment was made, after September. Like she was reflecting upon a time and made a comment about it that was after September.
But did she tell the police that, or did she just tell us that, or just make it? Because telling the police something, that's what people do.
I don't know.
Like, and I'm just looking at the Codi Bigsby case. The sister comes on the live or whatever and say, my ex-husband talked to the kids, especially Cody, the night before. But she ain't told the police that. When the police asked her, well, when was the last time you? She was like, I ain't saying nothing.
Oh, well, someone said she saw them when the other 4 were being dropped off on the 19th of December. Like, I feel like she had said she saw them, and like it wasn't long before they had went missing. So if they didn't obviously go missing or die when they reported them, then Wanda lied. But I just don't know who she said it to. Maybe LaKendra does. I'll let LaKendra go.
So somebody's in the chat over here said, and it's irrelevant when the last time I seen him. Oh yeah, that's what she said. That's what the sister said. Okay. Okay, LaKendra's up on the panel. Go ahead.
Thank you, Pretty K. Pretty K is going to look at her
Hi,
interview.
Everyone.
Go ahead.
I had that is true, SP, because maybe it could be different from what she told us, besides what she actually told the police. I didn't think about that until you said that right now. But I do remember her saying also, I thought, like, I really think Wanda knew exactly. And also the other brother knew. That's why they never wanted you on CNN. You knew you weren't trying to get those kids found. Nothing. His whole objective was, I gotta find a way to protect my mother. I don't think it was so much of Frizzell, but he knew, man, you didn't involve my mom. So I believe they all knew. I don't think they knew exactly when it first happened, but I do believe when it happened, Wanda was she knew automatically. I could see him calling her, because it's mighty funny that on the affidavit, Jacqueline calls Wanda to be there, and he calls somebody else. Wouldn't you think Frizzell would call his mama? Because the mama seemed like she wasn't a favorite of Jackie.
Right. She wasn't. I heard she wasn't.
So that didn't sit right with me. But I also believe that one of the other kids could have hurt one of the kids in question, and that could have been totally an accident. But why would you turn an accident into what has happened now? So I'm not gonna go and murder a kid if that wasn't already in me. I think this whole family is diabolical. I really do. I think it's a whole lot more things and skeletons in the closet. The brother has the boys home, all boys. Me being a parent, I always wondered, well, Jackie, you getting all these kids. You never wanted a little girl? All boys.
Mm-hmm.
It's something not right there.
Right.
So I'm thinking, if it went that way and it was an accident, now we got to get rid of the brother because no matter what, at the end of the day, those kids knew they were brothers. So you couldn't have tricked them or he went home. No. So they probably had to get rid of the other kids. But if it started off an accident, why would you do all that over an accident?
Right. Right.
And then with the lawsuit, it's really, to me, I think neither family did what they needed to do. I mean, I understand because you got to think CPS cannot be at fault based on if I come to your house, you can make everything look great. But once you leave, it turns into the house of horror. You can't predict what may happen. So I don't see, the point of you guys are asking for money instead of like trying to change laws so that this doesn't happen to another child. You're not changing legislator or none of that. It's just a money grab. It's a whole lot of missing pieces to the puzzle. And I believe also what some people don't know. When you go to court, they're going to want to know you're fighting so hard now for the babies because they're presumed dead. But why aren't you fighting at all to see the first two you got? She has two ordered kids. They don't think all those questions don't come up.
Right.
They still here. And y'all not taking care of them, seeing them, nothing.
Right. Right.
So to me, it's bad that, to me, it just looks like a money grab. And I would be trying to, okay, and then if it's really about, so nobody else has to go through this. Right. Another thing is, if Trezell and Jacqueline agrees to tell you where your children are, to bring them home and get them safely there, would you drop the lawsuit, or is it really for the money?
Right.
So I don't mean to sound heinous, but I mean, I really don't see how CPS is to blame.
Right. Okay.
But I do believe Wanda knows. I don't see how, I don't even see them having her like, well, tell us what you know, because if you're not involved, then that means you only know so much. Do you know when you babysitted the kids, where did they leave and go that they needed you to babysit?
Right.
And I think it's all going to be traced on those songs. I think the brother was in his ear talking when he did the interview, telling them what to say, everything.
Right.
And that's why Jamal was so upset. It was only because they involved his mother.
Right. Right. Okay. I've got a family member just sent this to me, and I just read something that just blew my whole head back, because there's information that's coming in out of this article, and I did not know what was up. But I'll read it to you guys, and you're gonna go.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. It says the biological family of two boys who authorities say were killed by their adopted parents have filed a federal lawsuit alleging civil rights violations and wrongful death. Ryan Dean and Dana Moore, the boys' biological mother and grandmother, allege that the children were unlawfully taken from their mother and placed in the care of a couple who now face murder charges in their death. Authorities conspired with the adopted parents to deny the plaintiffs several requests to reunify their family with Sincere and Classic Pettis before they were murdered, according to the lawsuit. Dean and Moore are seeking $40 million in general damages. The case filed Friday comes about 3 months after the Kern County District Attorney Office charged the boys' adopted parents, Trezell and Jacqueline West, with 2 counts of second-degree murder and felony child abuse, among other counts. Classic Pettis and Sincere Pettis, 3, was reported missing from the couple's backyard in California City on December 21st, 2020. The West told investigators that the boys had been renamed Orrin and Orson West, vanished a while playing in the yard, Kern County District Attorney Cynthia Zimmerer said. An investigation determined that the boys died 3 months before the West told investigators that they were missing, Zimmer said. The lawsuit named as defendants the West, the California Department of Social Service, and Department Director Kim Johnson, the Kern County Department of Human Services, and former Department Director Dina Murphy and Anna Valor, a county social worker, and other individuals whose identities are not yet known, according to the court document. Here we go. Dean's custody battle began November the 13th, 2016, when she came home from work to find Sincere, then 3 months old, crying uncontrollably. The lawsuit stated Sincere's father, Charles, told Dean that he had given the boy 2 baths that day, but that nothing else of note occurred. She took Sincere to the hospital where x-rays revealed both of his legs were broken. I didn't know both of them was broken. I thought it was just one femur bone. The court documents stated Kern County social workers removed him from her custody later that day. Sincere was placed in the foster home of LaToya Spray, who is not named as a defendant in the lawsuit. Dean was allowed weekly visits, completed parenting classes, and filed formal reunification requests. Dean gave birth to Classic the following June. The boy, who was born premature, was released to her care, but a Kern County Sheriff's deputy came to her home days later and said county social worker were removing Classic because Sincere Pettis had been removed and they like to keep siblings together, according to the lawsuit. The lawsuit alleged that California Department of Social Services officials of Kern County to remove children from the foster care system within 2 years. In late 2018, the defendants worked in concert to have the boys removed from Spree's home and placed with the West for financial gain, court documents stated. At this time, there was no reason given why Sincere and Classic were removed from Mrs. Spree care to the West. According to the lawsuit, after the children were in the foster care of the West, Miss Dean was not allowed to bond with the children as often as before. During subsequent visits, Dean noticed that her children were scared and losing weight, and that Classic had scratches on his face, the lawsuit stated. In October that year, Moore, the boy's grandmother, filed a request to have Sincere and Classic placed in her care. Court documents stated the next month, Dean wrote a letter to authorities expressing her concerns over the West's lack of proper care. She did not receive a response. Sometime in 2019, Defendants revoked Mrs. Dean's parental rights without explanation, while Miss Moore continued her attempt to have Sincere and Classic Pettis placed in her care. The lawsuit stated the grandmother custody request was denied in March 2019. A Department of Social Services spokesperson told the Times the state agency is unable to comment on the litigations. The Kern County Human Social Department was not able to respond because there is a gag order in place. Dean and Moore are still mourning their attorney and told the Times on Tuesday, whenever I talk to Ryan about it, she tears up in disbelief that this occurred. The attorney said that under the Federal Family First Prevention Service Act, intact in 2018, social workers are supposed to prioritize placing children who are taken from their parents' custody into the home of a relative. Kern County and state officials failed to abide by the federal mandated, McCoy alleged. Let me see. That must be something else. I think that's it. That's it. I thought it was just one leg. I didn't know it was two legs was broken in. I didn't know that the father was at home. I thought that it was a babysitter and
And that's what I heard at first, that like, if you don't want to tell them, you know, how did this happen, and you can't have that person around.
Right.
And that's why, you know, they did what they did, and they should have been able to place them with family.
Right.
But if you stay with family, or, you know, they're going to let you get the kid, then maybe they just felt that wasn't the safest thing. And
Right.
all the classes, if you heard the press conference, even he said, when they asked him, like, so everything was completed as far as the mom, they said yes. As far as her, if you notice, I heard him say maybe one or two more, you know, classes probably she had to go, but the mom had finished this, and this, and this, you know. I was listening to that too.
Well, you know, I know people said a lot of stuff about the mom, and
she's not at fault for this at all. In no way am I saying, you know, this is her fault. It's just, I just think it's up to us to do what we have to do. And if we do that, then CPS cannot get my kids. They never was waiting on me at the hospital for none of mine.
I just think some points that came up for me was they used the word financial gain.
Yeah.
Like, my mouth dropped open. Like,
well, you got to remember that's their response to what the state did. Like right. They get bonuses, and that's what we were talking about. Like, if you can,
Wanda could have got.
You can hook the kid up with a family, and then they are willing to adopt. They do get some type of bonus. You know, it may not be saying, "Hey, this is your bonus," but you know they do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then, like, they were taken from the woman before the West with no,
right,
like, unexplained.
Right. The first,
like, and they seemed okay there, and like their biological mother could come visit them.
Well, I'm gonna
like,
tell you,
why were they taken from her?
Well, first of all, she probably knew where she lived at and everything. But when the children, and she may not wanted to adopt the kids, but when the kids are getting, you know, because it's almost like doggies, and I just hate to say that, but, you know, they show pictures. They have little parties that people can meet the children and see the kids, you know, see what them look like and things like that they have to take them to certain times, because people need to see, you know, if they want a child or not, and their behavior and stuff. It's little parties and stuff. I know, because I went through it. But when a kid gets ready to get adopted, they take them from the place where they're at because their family knows where they're at, and they go ahead and hurry up and move them without just in the middle of the night. Oh, we're coming to get them. Boom, they're gone. And I heard, and I don't know how true it is, but the lady that had the children before, her and Ryan Dean got along good, and she's seen the kids a lot.
And I thought, maybe I'm naive and maybe I don't know enough about how it works, but I thought they could stay with, like in this, situation, they could have stayed with that woman until Ryan did all of her requirements and then they were able to go back. I thought that I was under that impression that was the case. Maybe that's like being too idealistic and positive, but I thought they could stay there like temporarily and like until Ryan got, better situated and things.
Well, they gave her the actual minimum time, like 2 years. And when you have little bitty babies, everybody wants them.
Yeah.
You can't keep a little bitty baby. They're like, oh, but when they start growing and then they get in their mannerism, talking back, and after 2, it's hard to shape them into a family, because they're already, cussing and saying things. So they're not as cute anymore. So they want to get the babies adopted quickly as possible. If the mother is not looking like she's, getting things done in a timely fashion.
Now, they don't want to keep moving them a lot. So that's another thing. Like once you have your certain amount of time, then they'll try to place them in a home that will start off being a foster parent, but that is open for adoption, so that they're not moved around so much. Because as older as they get, then nobody wants the older kid.
Right. You're right. Nobody does, because the kid comes in, they especially if you have other children or something, they're teaching them kids bad habits. They've been, touched and funneled with, and so they think this is what they do. So now you got a big problem. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want an older child. You want the baby where, they don't know nothing has happened to them, and they cannot speak on certain things, instead of teaching the other children that you have bad words, cussing, smoking weed, stealing cars, wanting to fight back, running away, now you got a big old problem, so.
And you remember how Trezell was like, well, we named them, It's hard to name some kids if they've been called a certain other name for so long,
I know.
And they probably don't even know the name Orrin and Orson. You probably named them, but they still probably go by Classic and Sincere because it was too fresh of a adoption.
Do you think something you ladies said about Wanda didn't maybe care so much for Jackie? Like they
right,
didn't get along too well. Do you think if Jackie is talking, like, do we know for sure that Jackie's talking, or that's our thought?
that is a rumor.
Okay.
That came down from the California area.
Okay.
And,
so if that's true, if that rumor is true, do you think that let's say if allegedly Wanda was involved, that Jackie would like tell on her, like expose everyone? Or do you think she would just pin it on Trezell?
No, I think if they get to start talking and telling on each other, then it all gonna come out. But
you think so?
Yeah, and they're not gonna do that. Not because it's the right thing to do. I don't think they're gonna do it because then like if somebody's making a deal and they get it's a present that they get, like they get immunity if they tell this truth and stuff. So then they won't get those charges, and plus when it's time to go to get sentenced, they get a little lighter sentence.
Do you think she would do that?
Well, the more she talk, I mean, if she don't have to tell on her, she probably won't tell on her. Because
I guess it would depend on how much
they still her real children, grandma.
I guess it would depend on how much Wanda is involved, how much Jackie would possibly have to say.
Somebody said, "Oh, we calling her Jackie now."
I'm sorry.
She said, "Oh, I'm sorry, Jackie."
Jacqueline. Whoops, sorry.
It will.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if that was me, I'd be like, this person was there and this person was there, and I called. Like, I would tell like every single thing. I would tell you where they were, when, how. Who.
She may not know where they are.
That's another thing.
I don't, like if I did something with somebody.
Maybe Wanda told Trezell, like, look, Jackie's a loose thread. Can't trust her. It's going to be between you and I, son. Like, let's go.
Yeah. Do not let her know where, you know what I'm saying? Because because somebody is talking, because they got the dates and the time, and then they got who said what to who and whatever. So I guess the rumor is true that somebody's talking, and it has to be one or the other. And I don't believe Trezell is talking. I do believe that Jackie.
No, and I wouldn't think he would talk, because I do think in some way his mom is involved.
Yeah.
And he, would not, like, he would look out for her, I think.
And here's the bad thing, and I'm just going to keep it real. I think that they're both involved pretty much equally. And he'll get more, and he'll get more time, and she won't. He'll get like 20 years, 30 years, and she'll probably get 10.
Yeah.
But they're both should get the same amount of time, to be honest with you. Okay. Anything else, you guys? We're almost 2 hours into this.
Not that we can think of right now.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and like take a look at some of the dates and when this was said and who said this, and see what we can come up with.
Right. There's a Karen Martin in the chat. She says, "What if Jackie is the one that did everything?" Well, they're not saying Jackie did it. They're saying in this affidavit, they're saying that a person, an unknown person, it wasn't Trezell or Jackie. It was somebody else involved.
And what if that was a minor that is no longer in their care?
Yeah.
And they were threatened with the same whatever if they didn't do it.
Right.
But would that minor get in trouble too?
Well, he's a minor, and I don't believe so.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I would think like that the person who coerced, encouraged them to do it or threatened them, because I think to a completely different case that's completely different. Like there was this girl that basically convinced through the phone her boyfriend to end his life, and he did, and she's in jail.
Right.
So that should not be that possible minors.
Right.
And I just and then, like, the fire, like, what happened at Wanda's? Like, something happened there. Like, because think about it. Let's think of it this way. If something happened in California City, why would they take all of that potential evidence all the way to his mother's house? She has closer neighbors than they do.
Right.
Why would the fire be at her house unless she had the evidence, alleged possible evidence?
Well, evidently, it sounds like it happened in California. You know,
I was thinking that
like,
one of them something happened in Bakersfield, and only one made it to California.
Right. Amari's up here. Hey, Amari, what's going on?
Nothing much. First of all, I want to say thank you for letting me on your show. And I'm so excited that, everything is coming out on the Codi Bigsby case. And hopefully we get more answers very, very soon.
Oh, yeah. Right. I'm getting happy about that. Well,
Yes.
thank you. Thank you for coming up.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye. She's sweet. We've got about 2 minutes. I want to share something because we've got Gail in the building. She's made it a couple of comments in here. I want to share with you guys real quick. Trezell, she says, Trezell and Jacqueline were fighting and the boys peed their pants at Wanda's, and Trezell's beat the heck out of them and left them in the van. Then she goes and she says they came back to Wanda's 2 days later. Him and Philip burnt the van seats and the boys never seen again. It happened at Wanda's had the boys 2 weeks because Jacqueline and Trezell was fighting. He was having an affair. Boys got beat to death, peed their pants.
Stop it, Gail, because that would make sense. Why the heck the fire was at Wanda's house?
Well,
but the fire was in July, right? It wasn't in September.
Right.
Oh, I don't know.
There was
that makes sense. Oh, right. Lisa. Where's the mistress at?
Where's the mistress at? Miss Tina says, are you speculating? Well, somebody that believes what they say, it wouldn't be speculation to them. They'd be like, no, that's what happened. But here's the thing, you guys. We're watching this, and when it all comes out, that is what Gail is saying what happened. And she's been on this case going ham every chance I see. If you say these kids' names, she's there. So she's been watching a lot of stuff. And so
that's believable.
We'll see. But I don't know.
Someone said Camille Nelson. I was hearing that too. That's why the van seat was in the backyard and had been set on fire. I did hear that they removed, or there were like 2 vans, or an old van and then a new van, and
right. All right, you guys. Any last words? We're going to talk about this Friday. We're going to open it back up. I just given you guys a lot of this, and then we can have the full hour or 2 on this, because this is a lot to take in. It really is.
It is. It really is. This is so sad. I think we're all going to be floored. I'm telling you, it seems like this is going to be very sinister, way more than what we can imagine. Because why would you allow or take something to your mom's house to burn it? Wouldn't you just go in the desert and burn it?
Right.
Yeah, you ain't bringing it to my house.
Right. Exactly.
And then leave it there.
I don't know. I just apologize for being MIA.
Oh.
But I'm back.
Yes, you're okay.
Because it's my first. Today was my first day of summer break, so I am back.
All right, welcome back.
Glad to see you back, man.
Yes, thank you. I know everyone's always been so nice in the chat, and I just have missed it. I don't know. I'd like pop in and I'd listen on my phone, and I have my computer up, and I like to type better on my computer, and it just wasn't working out. So I am. Oh, and Lisa wants me to apologize for eating one fry at a time. Here's your apology, Lisa. I know. I went to McDonald's like right before.
And I'll see you all on Friday. But I'm gonna go back and look at some stuff, and write down some dates, and then we'll come back.
All right. And I want you guys to know too that the Brian Laundrie's family, while we were coming on, they were in court. And for some reason, I guess there's a motion in there for them not telling some information that they should have told, like they know. So you might want to revisit that case, because they might get charged with knowing something or knew what had happened, but they feel like they didn't want to tell because they felt like they were in danger. They were in court as we came on. So, and you can find that at Court TV, you guys. They might still be on.
Well, that's good news, because I think they should be charged with something. They knew.
Right. Well, I don't know if they do or not. Thank you, Roxanne. Well, thank you, Cheryl. And thank you, Lakendra. I will see you guys again. I know you guys are going to come up on Friday, because Friday, Corey goes to court. Or is it Corey goes to court on Friday? No, the California City boys, the Jacqueline and Trezell goes to court Friday.
Friday is going to be the 24th.
Oh, it's going to be
24th.
Okay, I don't know. Somebody goes to court Friday. I got to go find out who it is.
I'm going to do some digging now that I have time.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye,
family. Bye-bye. All right, you guys. I want to thank the panel coming up here, helping out with questions and answers. I probably didn't get to see. Hey, Big Daddy, how you doing? John Doe's in the building. Where is Josiah and all this? I don't know, Smooth Carter. I have no clue. They somewhere sitting down wondering how this stuff just fell. But you guys, we're going to get it. We're going to get in there again. We've been 2 hours and 5 minutes on this. Wasn't planning on 2, but it's all good. I will see you guys again Friday at 5 p.m. Central Time. Same place, same time. You guys, and be good, be nice. Just be nice to each other. Bye.